Southside static, tiny room, big sky, that voice cut through. First time I heard the fight, crowd in the speaker, cold wind on the glass, one call, one quarter, I knew this feeling would last. Old school dial, hand on the knob, painted in my mind like a sideline job. Weighing on the waves, every place so clear, turn that little south side room in the front row here. Fast forward, I'm the one on the call, got a crew on the headset, we're answering the ball. Dr. K with the vision, reason feel like a scheme, Victor locking in the sound, clean rise to your screen. From AM dreams to Stream Kings, we bring that bang, you feel that ring. Old school heart in a new school thing, Snowman run the yard every playoff game. Turn it up, let the booth go out, from the south side bedroom to the nationwide dial. This that heat when the kickoff swings from AM dreams to Stream Kings. You streams to Stream Kings. Big dog chain with the on that, make up and feel like a goal line check. Pass pop louder when the beat drop in. Every fan in the chat like lock us in. Cold night bowls, warm glow on the face. We got legends in the clips, but we're setting the pace. From the chains on the field to the chains in the mix, we measure every yard with these stories we fix. Old take, new tech, same chill in your chest. You can hear that band, you can smell that grass. From the first voice echo in a little kid's room to a million streams shaking every living room. We ain't changed the soul, we just changed the route. Same game, new way, let the snowman shout. From AM dreams to Stream Kings, hey, we bring that bang, you feel that ring. Old school heart in a new school thing, Snowman run the yard every playoff game. Turn it up, let the booth go out, from the south side bedroom to the nationwide dial. It's that hit when the kickoff swings from AM dreams to Stream Kings. Southside static, tiny room, big sky, that voice cut through. First time I heard the fight, crowd in the speaker, cold wind on the glass, one call, one quarter, I knew this feeling would last. Old school dial, hand on the knob, painted in my mind like a sideline job. Weighing on the waves, every place so clear, turn that little south side room in the front row here. Fast forward, I'm the one on the call, got a crew on the headset, we're answering the ball. Dr. K with the vision, reason feel like a scheme, Victor locking in the sound, clean rise to your screen. From AM dreams to Stream Kings, we bring that bang, you feel that ring. Old school heart in a new thing, Snowman run the yard every playoff game. Turn it up, let the booth go out, from the south side bedroom to the nationwide dial. This that heat when the kickoff swings from AM dreams to Stream Kings. You streams to Stream Kings. Big dog chain. Like a all night bowls, warm glow on the face. We got legends in the clips, but we're setting the pace. From the chains on the field to the chains in the mix, we measure every yard with these stories we fix. Old take, new tech, same chill in your chest. You can hear that band, you can smell that grass. From the first voice echo in a little kid's room to a million streams shaking every living room. We ain't changed the soul, we just changed the route. Same game, new way, let the snowman shout. From AM dreams to stream kings, hey, we bring that bang, you feel that ring. Old school hard in the new school things. Snowman run the yard every playoff game. Turn it up, let the booth go wild from the south side bedrooms to the nationwide down. It's that hit when the kickoff swings from AM dreams to stream kings. To stream kings. Southside static, tiny room, big sky, their voice cut through. First time I heard the fight, crowd in the speaker, cold wind on the glass. One call, one quarter, I knew this feeling would last. Old school dial, and I painted in my mind like a sideline job. Wayne on the waves, every place so clear, turn that little south side room in the front row here. Yeah, fast forward, I'm the one that got on the air when answering the ball. Like a AM dreams to stream. Southside static, tiny room, big sky, that voice cut through. First time I heard the fight, crowd in the speaker, cold wind on the glass. One call, one quarter, I knew this feeling would last. Old school dial, hand on the knob, painted in my mind like a sideline job. Wayne on the waves, every place so clear, turn that little south side room in the front row here. Call, got a crew on their heads, I'm clean right to your screen. From AM dreams to stream kings, we bring that bang, you feel that ring. Old school hard in a new school thing. Snowman run the yard every playoff game. Turn it up, let the booth go wild from the south side bedroom to the nationwide down. This that heat when the kickoff swings from AM dreams to stream kings. You streams to the kings. Big thing, the cuts on deck, make the open goal line. And pop louder with the beat, and every fan the chat like Locker said. Cold night bowls, one. In the mix, we measure every yard with these stories we fix. Old take, new tech, same chill in your chest. You can hear that band, you can smell that grass. From the first voice echo in a little kid's room to a million streams shaking every living room. We change the route, same game, new way, let the snowman shout. From AM dreams, drinking, clapping that thing, you feel the ring. No man run the yard. Let the booth go wild from the south side bedroom to the nationwide down. It's that hit, the kickoff swings from AM to stream kings. Southside static, tiny room, big sky, that voice cut through. First time I heard the fight, crowd in the speaker, cold wind on the glass, one call, one quarter, I knew this feeling would last. Old school dial, hand on the knob, painted in my mind like a sideline job. Wayne on the waves, every place so clear. Turn that little south side room in the front row here. Fast forward, I'm the one on the call. Got a crew on the headset, we're answering the ball. Dr. K with the vision, reason feel like a scheme. Victor locking in the sound, clean routes to your screen. From AM dreams to Stream Kings, we bring that bang, you feel that ring. Old school hard in a new school thing. Snowman run the yard every playoff game. Turn it up, let the booth go wild. From the south side bedroom to the nationwide dial. This that heat when the kickoff swings. From AM dreams to Stream Kings. You streams to Stream Kings. Make the open field check. Pass pop louder when the beat. Hit a motherfucker in this fucking do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste me, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking fight me.
This is it. This is the last football game of the season, and it is Super Bowl 60 from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's the NFC champion Seattle Seahawks, and that puts bile in my mouth alone because of the division they represent and the team I represent, taking on the New England Patriots. And you all know my bio with that, and I'm going to say that. All right. What say you? Be you Patriots or be you Seahawks? Me? I'm here for the game, and I'm also here for the food. And I can't find the darn thing. The game, that is. And I'm in no luck whatsoever. You got to be. Okay. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to reset my browser because I do not have NBC available to me. I'm a jet met knucklehead, says Bruce Marmy. Bruce, one of our first members to the channel. Thank you, Bruce. I needed that laugh. I honestly did. I promised myself I would not swear in any of my dreams. I'm going to keep that promise. Although I am having a difficult time. AB Media with us from Indianapolis in finding this dadgurn thing. Okay. Don't worry, Angel. We still won't learn how to play basketball. You're not lying on that one. Right now, nothing's going right. Nothing is going right. Again, dear man, says Bruce Marmy, congratulations on Indiana national champions. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. What the heck am I doing wrong here? Go again. I swear it seems like every time, and this started happening during the Indiana fever season. Every time I wanted to do a game, I ran into issues. I think this is going to call for me to take a break. I shudder to think of society with another Miami Hurricane championship. You and me both, Bruce. You and me both. I would not have been happy if Miami would have won the national championship at all. Because I'm sick and tired of those frauds from Miami. I was sick and tired of hearing about, they shut down Texas A&M, held them to 3 points. Beat the national champ. All right. They earned that Michigan. Then they beat 4. And then they get to Indiana, and Indiana was heavily favored in that game. They were favored by 7.5, 7.5, 6.5 in that game. And then, okay, bingo, we got something. Now we're doing the honorary captains, which are, if I'm looking at this man right, this is Lynn Swann, Super Bowl MVP. These are 3 Super Bowl MVPs. Peyton Manning, and the third and final honorary captain is the greatest quarterback to ever do it in Joe Montana. Bam Man with us, Fit Down Sports with us, Bruce Marmy, as I mentioned, AB Media is here. Patriots will be in the Seahawks in the blue, which is weird because it's the AFC's year to have the home uniforms, but I think they made the decision right after the championship game. And Levi Stadium is gorgeous. I had a goal to be at Levi Stadium, but for many reasons we couldn't be there. And I say we because y'all be darn sure I was taking my wife with me. There's the coin. Sean Smith is our referee this evening. And I think Joe Cool is going to be the one to flip it. And all across and have it land on its side. That part I know. I wanted to because, from a fan perspective, I don't like either one of these teams. But from a journalist perspective, this is the best matchup you could get. The other best matchup you could get would have been any involvement in the 49ers, considering what they have gone through this year with all the injuries. And plus, it's at Levi Stadium, What brings me to this question. Here's the flip, and there is heads. What's up, Genevieve? My daughter from across the pond tuning in. All right, they're going to shake hands. And we're ready for a Super Bowl. Let's see what kind of graphics package they're going to roll out also. You know? All right, it's the Seahawks and the Patriots break because I got to run to the restroom. So when we get back, we will have the kickoff of Super Bowl 60 from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks for the second time. And again, with a trophy on the line. Chris, I'll be right back. Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event, a celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, a leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program, and staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference. And if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together, we climb. Learn more and contribute today at Climb for Chris by visiting climbforchris.com. So they're raising the 12 flag at Levi's, which is a sacrilege, at least to me, being a 49er fan. And Malcolm Butler, the man who saved Tom Brady's bacon, rings the bell for the Patriots. Thanks, Jeffrey. I'm glad I found a very, very different way to explain as we go on. Borgalis to kick it off from right to left. Boom! Super Bowl 60 is underway at Levi's. And it will be taken in the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks and Sam Arnold in the home top bottom. Jeez Louise. All right. Please do not provide any spoilers in the chat because The head coach of the 49ers, which is Shanahan, and one players were on the pregame show. That's cool. I had my own pregame plan, but then technology got in the way. Here we go. Seattle left to right, 1st and 10. Darnold under center with Kenneth Williams behind him. They give it to Williams running left, and Williams gets a first down on the first play of the game. Needed 10, got all 10. Seahawks. And Sam Darnold, 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft in 2018 out of USC. This is his 5th team. Jets, Carolina, Frisco, and Minnesota. And since 2024, he has 30 wins. And that counting quarterback. Bruce Marmy says Seattle has an ex-Jet, which is Sam Darnold, so I'm for them. This is Walker running right, and Walker is going to get blasted right behind the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten one. Darnold to throw, and that pass is caught. First down. Barner on the reception for Seattle. And now Seattle's going to go ultra turbo with their offense. And that pass was nearly picked. 15:25 left in the quarter. Fake the reverse, up to throw. And he lines one up deep left side, and that is complete. Cooper Kupp on the reception. The veteran from Eastern Washington. And first down, Seahawks. And again, they're going to, what a catch. What? From the Patriots 17-yard line, Darnold to throw. Stepping back in the pocket, evades, throws, incomplete out of the end zone. Second for Sam Darnold, Mike McDonald and company. Second and 10, 12:51 left, opening quarter. Darnold under center. Cooper Kupp in motion. And now he'll change the play. 2 receivers out to the right. Slot to the left. Here's Kenneth Walker running right. And Walker's going to get 2, maybe 3. Third and 7. They have the single slant. Oh no! Thanks again. I'll apologize in advance if I have any technical difficulties. 3rd and 7. Darnold out of the gun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Snap to Darnold. Back to throw. Zips one left side. Incomplete. Looking for Rashid Shaheed. And it's 4th down, and the Seahawks will try a field goal. Yeah, I'm looking at the graphics, and they slanted the corners. Jason Myers field for the first point of the game. Snap is back and down. 33-yard field goal is good. And the Seahawks strike for Super Bowl 60. The Seahawks 3.
Whether it's news, The largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant. Weather. Devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States. Inspiration. A breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony. Or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I think one of my kittens are at the door, and I'm inclined to think that it is Winnie. Let's find out, shall we? It's one. Okay. 3-0 Seahawks. Drake May, the third-year man from North Carolina, now ready to see the ball. Do it again. Oh. Oh, it's Banks. Hey, Banksy. Okay. For those of you that are wondering, for coverage, if the WNBA gets their act together, yes, I will provide play-by-play for the Indiana Fever this season, just like I did last year. All right, Seahawks set to kick off, left to right. Why did they change the numerals on the field? Oh, well, trying to keep a consistent brand, I guess. Out the 20, 25, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, 29-yard line is where the Patriots will begin their first drive of the game. My wife made me some goodies. Navy blue trimmed in red. They have the red and blue piping down their shoulder pads. And my feet is jumping again. Yeah, she made me some goodies. She brought me some guacamole and a chicken and cheese mixture that I popped on earlier today. She made it last night. Then she had to go to work this morning. And it was delicious. And I overstuffed myself a little bit. All right. Ramondre Stevenson started. I will do better with my football coverage next year. That is a promise. Stevenson heads for the backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap to May. Looking right, looking left, throwing left. Caught by Stevenson. First down outside the 40. Shoved out of bounds at the 43-yard line. No, I wouldn't enchiladas, Bruce. It was a chicken and cheese mixture, shredded chicken and cheese, which was absolute numbness, she loves to say, to slow down when I'm eating because the food is so darn good. So I don't self-sabotage myself when I make a positive step in my health. New set of downs for the Patriots, 1st and 10. They're working right to left. Receiver across the formation in motion is Sean Booty. Back to throw. May. He flips that to set receiver. He gets across the 50 down to the 48. And it's jumping again. Meanwhile, says Napoleon, I made a DiGiorno pepperoni pizza and some TGI Fridays boneless buffalo bites. Say that 3 times fast. Boneless buffalo bites. I'm not even going to try it because it's going to make me hungry. New set of downs for the Patriots, 1st and 10. Or I beg your pardon, 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard gain. They hand it to Stevenson running right, and Stevenson has got the first down. I'm going to do so much better with my preparation for games from here on out because as I discovered for myself during the doing for the bulk of the game, because this thing is giving me trouble here. I'm going to do so much better in my preparation, in my fundraising, so I can get myself a tower, so I can really bring this coverage to you guys. From the Seattle 45, 1st and 10, May out of the gun, takes the belt high shotgun snap, looks to throw, looking left. Now escapes to his right. And he's brought down for a sack. First sack of the game belongs to the Seahawks. Did you have that on your bingo card? That was Hall on the sack for Seattle. The Seattle defense is nothing to play with. 2nd down and a bunch. I beg your pardon. 2nd down and about 16. He beat the left tackle to the punch, and before May could get a pass off, Hall was right there to bring him down. Second down and 20, loss of 10. May out of the gun, 2 readers to left and a lone receiver to the right. I know one thing I'm going to do. I am going to cover the UFL this spring to give myself some football reps. Snap to May, back to throw, stepping up in the pocket. He'll take off across midfield. Got 10 of it back inside the 45 down to the 44-yard line. Got 11. 3rd down and 9. Why is this thing? And Napoleon, I didn't. Here, give me this soundbite. Give me this soundboard right here. I'm just going to be entertaining you guys for a while, and I'm probably going to put it in because the feed keeps jumping. Not for the game from my broadcast, so y'all can see it, or here, but it jumped again. 1st and 10 coming up for the Seahawks after the break. Napoleon Johnamite, a very, very dear friend, messaged me today on Discord, and he says, Snowman, I got a bone to pick with you. So I had the bone to pick. I said, no, you don't. You don't have a bone to pick with me. He says, yes, I do, because in my workplace, I saw a guy wearing a Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins jersey, and all I can think of was, he didn't say all I can think of was, he said, quote, I saw a fellow wearing a Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins jersey. It took every ounce of willpower inside of me not to scream, you like that? You like that? So what do? I twist the knife a little further. I said, did you do it anyway? And he said, no. He still never told me why not. I like that. I like that picture you got for your YouTube ID, Napoleon. I like that. Matter of fact, oh no, here we go.
You like that? You like that?
I like that. Welcome to YouTube streams where you get messages all the time. And
You like that? You like that?
it's like one of my teams any given year. Greatness that almost was. and you know what? The 49ers almost took a chance on 2 Chainz, which would have been a mistake, in my opinion. Where'd it go? All right, you know what? I'm sick of messing with this thing. If after the game, great. If not, I'll turn this into a giant Q&A for a while, and then I'll sign off. Because all year long, except for a few long, I've had problems, not just accessing the games, but delivering them in the way that I know I can. All right, Seahawks ball. We're back. Play 1st and 10 from the own 10-yard line. Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. They'll operate. Excuse me. Out of the pistol. Back to throw is Darnold. Fires one. Complete and nearly. I'm sorry about that, folks. And nearly intercepted. Woodson on the coverage for the Patriots. 2nd and 10. Drop your questions in the chat because I think this is going to wind up turning into a Q&A before I sign out.
Like that? You like that?
I don't know why I fell in love with that sound, but I did. 2nd and 10 from the 10. Darnold out of the gun. Back to throw. And caught on a gain of 4. Jackson Smith and Jigba with his first catch. Let me ask, will there be a record a Super Bowl record broken? Jackson Smith and Jigba had the most receiving yards of any receiver, 1,793 on one. This thing keeps jump. 3rd and 6. From the 14. Garner in motion to the line. Receivers out to the right. Lone slot left. Snap to Darnold. Blitz is on. Darnold able to escape, and it's incomplete. And he had Jackson Smith and Jigba wide open. That would have been a record-breaking touchdown. Hawkins provides coverage, but Darnold got hit as he threw it. So another punt for the Seahawks. So the first punt for the Seahawks. You know what? I'm starting to feel it. I don't know why. I'm getting tired all of a sudden. I even got some extra sleep too. Fair catch called for and made at the 36. Oh, you guys an apology. I am not or nowhere near my best right now. I don't know what's me out, but something is. Patriots ball after the break, 6:07 in the left in the first quarter. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate the words. I just know there is a style of mine and a standard of mine that in the last year plus I haven't met. And a lot of it fall paying attention to my health. Now that I am, a lot of the things I've run in fatigue. Quite honestly, because I'm trying to be so with everything that I stay up half the night, which I'm not going to do tonight, and try to get everything in order. So I made a decision, taking all lessons I've learned from the past 30, past 2.5 years, doing online in the alternative play-by-verse and things like that. And I have to walks. And what I mean is, I take 2 or 3 hours to work on the website, then I get away. I take a couple of hours and I work on a schedule, then I get away. I take a couple of hours and I work on the Brian Snow show, then I get away. I take a couple of hours, work on Snowman in the morning, then I get away. I have to work in blocks. This is what my wife has been trying to teach me for years. And until now, when I'm on the brink of, I'm not going to say disaster, but on the brink of exhaustion, which has been uh, my problem lately. I can't do it like this anymore. If I'm going to be on my best, and if I'm going to grow this network, which I am building, which is a network, I have to be at my best. And I have to work in spurts. And my feed has chosen. It's quality with you, not quantity. We love you. Thank you, Bruce. And it is quality with me. That's the standard I've held myself to for 30 years, from the first game I ever heard with Jim Durham back home in Chicago, and later Wayne Laird, John Rooney, and a whole lot of others. The problem for me lately, since the WNBA season, which completely wore me out, I haven't been prepared. Lineups, rosters, game situations, nothing. That's why that's why I didn't do the WNBA finals. Not just because Indiana got eliminated, but I was just plain tired. Made to throw, zips one, and that is caught. First down, New England. And that is Kayshawn Booty with his first catch. Yeah, I am feeling it right now. And the other thing, I know I've put my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Venmo out here a lot, and I want to earn you guys' trust. The inconsistency has broken the trust. I understand that. Health has been a big part of the reason that the inconsistency has jumped up at me again. It's 3rd and 15, 4:15 left first, and the feed jumping again. Back to throw is May, sacked. You know what else I did today, Bruce? I am getting my vitamins back in me. I am making sure I get sleep, because as soon as my wife went to work and left for work at about 5:40 this morning, I was tempted to come in here and work on the computer, but I fell back to sleep. The other thing I'm back doing, drinking a whole lot of water, because from the last time you guys were on with me, I have since cut coffee, and I have cut out coffee. That is, here's the second punt game. Fair catch called for, and nope, no fair catch. This is Rashid Shaheed, and he'll be dragged down to the 14-yard line. And that brings us to a break. 3:29 for the first quarter in Super Bowl 60. 3-0 Seahawks. I take some anti-parasites just to protect myself from lapses and safety regulations. How do anti-parasites work, Bruce? So I want to learn about it. I want to be at best. I want to be in tip-top shape, because there's part of me that's still fighting off ivermectin, 1 dose of 12 milligrams. The other thing is I go through I go through points of fog where I know I have stuff to do and know I need to lean on that stuff to do to keep myself out of depression and things like that. But I want to wear myself out either, especially when my face me. Oh, I like how that Netflix commercial. They did a whole lot of old school stuff with it. What is you guys' favorite Super Bowl that you had a chance to watch? No, but in all seriousness, I want to, when I turn these lights on, I get this together, and I still have to straighten my desk, which kind of highlighted and brought the metaphor home to me about how cluttered my projects are right now, that I want to give my best. And right now I'm working on two things. I'm working on Snowman in the morning, and I'm working on my play universe. Both are going to be hellified money makers, but they can only be money makers. I'm being as transparent as I can with you guys. I am not at my best, basically because of exhaustion. I did a lot around the house today, and I am very, very proud of that. My wife tells me all the time, while you're in the midst of trying to find a job, you can help out around the house with different chores. And I am proud of the fact I am back to doing that. Excuse me. Very proud of that and getting better at I'm getting better at doing that. Like, I have things that I wake up in the morning and do, and then I get a little more rest before I come in here and get my show started. I'm better at doing my preparation of the show and getting I'm about to cry, forgive me, and getting my link out well beforehand. The only thing has been distribution. That I'm working on that, because I want to do the show and sign off for a couple of hours and then work on editing and distribution. And Walker crashes forward for about 2, maybe. Bunch of Patriots on the stop there. 3:17 left in the first. Ivermectin. Bruce, how does that work? The ivermectin. Oh, excuse me. Paid allowed 18.8 points in the allowing 8.7 in the postseason. To calm pain, I do therapeutic amounts of D3, K2, 10,000 twice a day. I might have to try that. I might have to try that because I want to get back in shape. I want to get my legs back under me, and I'm working on. Where would I get ivermectin, my man? Where would I get that? And it's a cleanse. Okay, I can dig that. Oh, D3, K2. I need to get a hold of that. I need to get a hold of that as we're winding down in the first quarter. On the reverse is Shaheed, and Shaheed's going to go down for a loss. And you know what, folks? I'm not going to make it halftime. I'm not going to try to make the halftime. To talk to you guys at the end of the first quarter and then call it from there. Okay. I will indeed do a search because Bruce said it a moment ago. It's all about quality and not quantity. I can't be like these other streamers and broadcasters that can do 2 games a day, 3 games a day. I could do that once upon a time, but then everything caught up to me. And given the fact that I am struggling financially, I want to do my best every time out. Oh, New England brought a blitz and forced Darnold to throw it early. 3rd and 15. Seattle 4.3 yards per play. When I drive back, it's into it, but not too far out. By the time midway second quarter, midway third quarter comes, back to throw is Darnold, and that is incomplete. And it's 4th and 15 with a half a minute left. Well, Seattle will punt again. Roger Federer in the house, along with John Bon Jovi. Jay-Z, of course, is here. Adam Sandler in the house. Patriot fan. I will do my best to get to the Super Bowl next year and sit in the press box while doing it. From the 32, Patriots take over 1st and 10. And they hand it off to Stevenson, and Stevenson gets 4, maybe $500 a year in D3, K2. Okay. I can dig that. I hate the fact that I have to do this. I'm going to turn this off here. I even ran a test today and it didn't work. So that's going to take a couple of weeks for me to that's going to take a couple of weeks for me to do it. So Super Bowl 61 is in SoFi Stadium, and that's where I will be. My wife and I will be next year on Radio Row doing Snowman in the morning, and then me doing an alternative call from Los Angeles. My goal has been laid out for me, and I want to surprise my wife a hell of a good time no matter what we do. And to do that, I've got to take this, what I have right here, a little budding empire, and turn it into a full empire. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ah, I think I've run into the wall, folks. I'm sorry, you guys. Why I've started sneezing, and it's wearing me out. At the end of one, Seahawks 3, Patriots nothing. Pictures are shot in the first quarter in the Super Bowl. Actually, yeah, that happened in Bowl 53, and 16 points scored in that game. What are they doing with despicable minions and that's the word I was looking for. Minions and monsters. And there's a trailer for that. Pro Hall of Fame, Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Lee, and the one and only Roger Craig. If I can help it, I'll also be covering some FIBA games in person for you guys. All right, I've reached my limit. So I feel another sneeze coming. This is not my best, and I want to always be at my best for you guys. So I'm going to call it here. I'm going to figure out my technological care of myself. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to get some tea with I'm going to get some herbal tea in my system and start doing it again instead of a coffee drink. I've just killed the coffee habit, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy about not having coffee in my system. I'm happy about not having caffeine in my system. And I need it, and I don't want it. Brutus, I stand for pray on your behalf. Yeah, man, it's about time Roger Craig got his due. Zinc also, yeah, need the zinc. Zinc and there was a combination I used to take. Zinc and ginseng. Yeah, ginseng and zinc is a combination I used to take. I want to do it artificially. I want to do this naturally. I want this naturally. Lemon also, yeah. I think I'm also going to take a hot shower and make sure all stuff is cleaned out of my system. So I'll say goodnight to you guys. Thank you for hanging with me and pushing me through as long as I could, but my body is tired. It is tired. And I will see you all tomorrow on the morning show. So long, folks.